Hello, Morongo Basin, and listeners around the world online at Z107.7 FM.com. Here is the Z107.7 Local News for Monday, November 18th, 2024. During an alleged attack on a family with a hammer, a suspect fell off the top of a car and was severely injured. Witnesses told Z107.7 that Brian Hall, 42, began threatening neighbors late Friday night in the Western Hills neighborhood of Yucca Valley. They said he carried a hammer and went from house to house in the area of Redondo Street, and that he attempted to break into homes and made threats to residents. At around 9:45 a.m. on Saturday, the Sheriff's Department received additional reports that Hall was walking on Redondo Street while carrying a hammer. After 12:15 p.m., Sheriff's deputies received a report of an assault with a deadly weapon near the intersection of Redondo Street and Red Bluff Avenue. Deputies report that Hall began to vandalize a house and vehicles parked in the driveway of the house with a hammer. Deputies say that Hall was threatening to kill the people in the home, one of whom was a child. Neighbors said they could hear screaming and called 911. A statement from one of the victims said that Hall smashed a window of the home and attempted to enter the home. The victim said that while Hall was trying to get through the window, a family member ran outside to the front of the house and got into his car to distract Hall and lure him away from the window. The victim's statement said that Hall climbed onto the hood of the car and started smashing the windshield with the hammer before the driver backed the car out of the driveway, and Hall fell off into the street and hit his head on the asphalt. Deputies say that the driver exited the car and removed Hall's weapons, and he remained at the scene with Hall until deputies arrived. The driver is not expected to face any charges. At least 2 residents in the area have restraining orders against Hall, and in September, he was arrested in connection with the murder of Stephen Stoneking, though no charges were filed and he was released. Brian Hall was taken to the hospital for treatment for injuries and was arrested on Sunday on suspicion of assault with a deadly weapon, making criminal threats, and vandalism, and he is being held on $60,000 bail. After Hall was released in connection with the September homicide, the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office said that Hall was not charged at this time, but there is no statute of limitation that would prevent the DA from charging him with murder later. The Sheriff's Department said that the homicide of Stephen Stoneking is an ongoing investigation. The Landers Community Association is holding a public meeting tonight where the developers of a new hotel and restaurant will be presenting their project to residents. The proposed hotel project, called The Landing, is located at a 5.7-acre site east of Belfield Boulevard, north of Rishi Road. The proposal includes a 35-unit hotel with a restaurant, food market, lodge, health club, and additional infrastructure, and a covered parking lot. The project is currently proposed for a rural commercial district and is within the county's development codes. The meeting is at 6 p.m. tonight at Belfield Hall, out on Rishi Road in Landers. At tomorrow morning's 10 o'clock meeting of county supervisors in San Bernardino, the board is expected to add funds for one project on the far east end of the Morongo Basin and another project on the far west end. Reporter Mike Lipsitz is here with details.
The board is expected to approve almost $500,000 for replacement of a Morongo Valley water tank operated by county special districts. The tank is in poor condition and, according to county engineers, at risk of failure. It is the only potable source of water for the 88 households it serves. Also tomorrow, supervisors are poised to approve an additional $33,000 due to unforeseen conditions during renovations at the Wonder Valley Community Center, bringing the total cost to $367,000. More detail on these and other actions can be found on the Board of Supervisors agenda, which you can access from a link in this story at Z107.7 FM.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Mike Lipsitz.
The 29 Palms Cemetery District Board of Trustees meets in regular session tomorrow afternoon, and their agendas include a presentation about their final fiscal audit. After the presentation, the board will vote to accept the audit. Also on the agenda is a report on the Cemetery District's financial overview and cemetery staff operations. The 29 Palms Cemetery District Board of Trustees meets tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. at the district's office at 5350 in Celia Avenue in 29 Palms. Save the date. Basin Transit is putting on their annual food drive this week, and tomorrow evening they are holding a meeting looking for your feedback on their transit master plan. Online news editor Robert Hayden joins us with more.
Basin Transit is holding their annual Fill the Bus food drive next Friday, November 22nd. They'll be collecting food for holiday baskets from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in the Walmart parking lot in Yucca Valley. All food collected will be distributed to those in need here around the Morongo Basin. And Basin Transit is also looking for community feedback on the agency's transit master plan. If you use our Basin's mass transit system and want to share insights and feedback about the future of Basin Transit, we'll have a link to the Zoom meeting that you can join this upcoming Tuesday, November 19th at 5 p.m. Learn more about our bus system and how you can help shape its future at www.basin-transit.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.
The San Manuel Band of Mission Indians has made a $100,000 contribution to the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools Alliance for Education, a donation that will directly support cultivating innovation in STEM schools, a program in the 2024-2025 academic year. Reporter Gabriel Hart gives us a refresher on what STEM is and takes a closer look at the partnership between the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians and San Bernardino County Schools.
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and this grant funding from the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians will support the creation of the Empowering Future Workforce, Active Learning, and Physical Computing workshops. The sessions will equip STEM educators with practical hands-on training in microbit and physical computing, with a focus on integrating these tools into STEM disciplines. San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools Ted Alejandre said, quote, "The generosity of the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians will transform the lives of thousands of educators, students, and community at large. STEM education is essential for preparing our students for the future," unquote. The Cultivating Innovation in STEM Schools program is designed to allow students to gain critical skills in STEM fields. The key objectives and expected outcomes include professional development for educators, where up to 75 teachers from elementary, middle, and high schools will receive professional development to enhance their STEM-related content knowledge, and student engagement, with professional development training to impact up to 6,000 students by improving the quality of STEM education in their classrooms. In related news, MUSD Robotics Team 40471B recently traveled all the way to Sacramento to advocate for STEM education by meeting with Senator Grove and Assemblyman Lackey. At last week's MUSD meeting, where they were recognized for their efforts, the students stated $1 million surplus dollars in state funds budgeted for school programs are overlooking vital programs like STEM that could lead to long-term job placement. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Yucca Valley High School's wrestling team is hosting a non-league duel against Rancho Mirage High School at 5 p.m. today. The wrestling teams are on a mission to fill the stands and provide on-the-edge-of-your-seat entertainment. And finally, Desert Institute is holding a queer-friendly and educational hike leaving from the Black Rock Nature Center this weekend, followed by an LGBTQ+ mixer. With more information, here's Annalise Kuiper.
Desert Institute staff naturalist John Norris will share his knowledge of the park and the native plants and animals during the hike. The hike is fairly easy, only 1.3 miles long, with an elevation gain of 400 feet and a panoramic view at the top. The hike takes off on Friday, November 22nd from 4:30 p.m., followed by the LGBTQ+ mixer from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Yucca Valley Visitors Center. While this event is free, attendees are welcome to donate to Joshua Tree National Park. Allow plenty of time to arrive at the Black Rock Nature Center meeting location, as park entrances can get very busy on weekends. So come out for a fun and educational get-together in the national park. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Annalise Kuiper.
That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear about news happening, let us know. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.